So hello everybody, you're watching another episode of FunSmithsInternational. We just did our Blade Runner 2049 review without spoilers for those who haven't seen the movie. For those of you that have, we're going to do a spoiler talk video now, and then we'll get to the new movie trailer because we said we were going to do that last time. That's going to be interesting. Oh boy, every is it, according to him at least. So. What do you want to start with? I guess
there is hologram sex.
Well, okay, that was a weird place to start. Okay, talking about spoilers. That's the first spoiler you just had to read up. Was
there is hologram sex?
So, yes. Okay, so the first half of the movie, and if you've seen the movie, you already know that the first half is slow and the last. And this movie is like 2 hours and 46 minutes long. The original one's only 117 minutes, and yes, we like the original one a lot better. We've mentioned that already if you watched our review without spoilers. And Harrison Ford doesn't appear until halfway through the movie, too. And we were getting really impatient. I turned around to him during the movie report. I was trying not to be rude. I didn't want to be that guy. So I did it very out loud and interrupt the movie for anybody else. But I turned to him and I was like, Harrison Ford.
Yeah, he said, "Where the fudge is Harrison Ford?" Only he didn't say fudge.
And he didn't understand what I said either.
Well, that's because I was sitting here about to fall asleep. I was going like... Then eventually I snapped back out of it. And lo and behold, he appeared. Finally.
He finally appeared. Now go back to the hologram sex. Yeah, because during the first half, there was a bunch of stuff going on, and half of it I felt like didn't really have any points of our story. One of them was a hologram sex scene, because Ryan Gosling's character has a girlfriend who's a hologram. By the way, she's actually really good in the movie. And they have the chemistry together. And that was fine. I like her character. But... see, she wants Ryan Gosling, who's a replicant anyways. Although he apparently is half human for some reason. I'm not sure how. He's not Harrison Ford's son or child. Harrison Ford has a daughter, and the twist turns out to be that lady that Ryan Gosling talks to on the board. They create memories. Mm-hmm. That turns out to be his daughter. But we'll come back to that. But. So, because she wants him to have a real sexual experience, she goes inside the body of another replicant, which is funny. So what? The way holograms can't have physical sex, the replicants can't. Or maybe it's because they were half human, half replicant. But wait, why was he half human? Why was she half human? Okay, maybe we missed something. You know what? Explain to us in the comment section if you have any idea, because I have no clue.
As far as I know, replicants are pretty much, they're kind of like androids, aren't they? I mean, they can feel stuff. I mean, like they're kind.
You mean physically or emotions or both?
Yeah, I think I can feel a little bit of both.
You know what? I think it's time for the replicants to just take over the role, honestly. You know, it's funny because if you watch our War for the Pay of the Apes review, we're going to be saying the same thing about the apes.
I'd rather have apes take over the world, honestly. I think the world would be more interesting.
You rather have apes do it than robots, okay?
Well, I don't know if replicants are robots. There might be androids.
Oh, it's kind of like Jill, the Good Place. Like, I'm not a robot.
Good Place is a funny show. If anyone hasn't seen it,
no, this is not a Good Place. No, we're not doing a Good Place plug. Okay, we're both talking about BladeRunner.
That's a good place. That's all I have to say.
And yeah, but Donald Trump's president, our country is really divided right now. Maybe it's time that we just have either apes or replicants or something. The humans have messed the world up, and just have something like that take over.
Oh, this is an
wow, I went there.
This is an anti-Trump thing per se. It's just the world is in such a crazy place right now. Honestly, everyone sucks. I mean, everyone sucks. The white
everybody sucks right now. You didn't have to go that far with the joke. Because now I feel like we have to do an apology at the end.
Hi everybody, I'm a nihilist.
Now I feel like we have to do an apology. Remember before when we said we didn't need a script for this video because we would just kind of get the basis of the story? No, we apparently need a script because we can't stay on focus. We can't stay focused. So we jumped from Blade Runner to Planet of the Apes to The Good Place to Planet of the Apes again to nihilism apparently and
life has no purpose.
Well, according to Sausage Party does it, but I heard that movie was terrible though, so never mind. Yeah, Paris Hilton's probably had some weird knowledge that makes people proclaim it. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Talk about BladeRunner.
The first half of Blade Runner has no purpose. What really doesn't.
No. Well, no, certain parts of it certainly did it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna edit some of this out now, please. Please stop. We're gonna edit some of this out. What are we doing?
If we can.
I apologize. We spoke to a lot of pop right before we did this video. So, anyways, in Blade Runner 2049, okay, Jared Leto, is he a replicant in the movie?
He's a Blade Runner. He was a Blade
But so was Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling was a replicant. He was hired to be Blade Runner to kill the other replicants that they had no use for that were bad.
Yeah.
So Jared Leto could have been a replicant. I don't know. He's barely in the movie. And believe it or not, he's actually tolerable in the movie, but he gets killed off.
He kind of made me feel violated in one scene because he's acting kind of creepy. You know, basically how Jared Leto.
Was that the scene where like he looked like he was dressed as Jesus, and he was like
Cyborg Jesus.
He was like Cyborg Jesus, and
he's not robotic.
No, we're not being psychoanalysts. I mean, that's seriously what he looked like. When we apologize for that.
He had like these robotic eyes, so I think he was at least partly robotic.
Yeah, I could have done without that scene.
Yeah, it's not a good scene.
But even Jared Leto was okay in the movie. He was tolerable in the movie. His performance wasn't terrible or anything. I mean, I'm not sure we need him in the movie. At the end of the first Blade Runner, Harrison Ford runs off with the replicant played by Daryl Hannah, and they get married, and then they have a kid, and then that kid turns out to be...
Right?
Yeah, Rachel. And they had to run away because they were being hunted. And Ryan Gosling was asked to kill the kid of this replicant, and he wasn't sure if it was a son or daughter. He thought he was the son of Harrison Ford at 1-4 because he found he was half human or something. When he was looking through the files, it was kind of confusing a little bit the first half. To be fair, the original one was kind of confusing to start with too, kind of slow, but it picked up a lot faster.
There's a bit of an uprising message because
a
lot of replicants want to establish that they're human enough. You know, like I think they kind of want to establish that. Like I think a lot of the replicants do. Like there's a bit of a revolutionary message to it, kind of like they kind of want to prove that they can be human enough, and they may not be humans by birth. But they argue that they feel enough, and they go through pain and they go through struggle that they feel like they're worthy enough to be human. Ryan Gosling even mentioned him not having a soul at one point. Like, so they kind of touch upon some issues like that, But
the replicants do have souls. They discover. They kind of realize that they do.
They realize they're more human than people initially lead on about them.
See, they rebuilt the replicants in the year 2021 after a bunch of them went bad, had to be killed by the Blade Runners because the original one took place in a dystopian year of the distant future, 2019. That's nearly 2 years from now. All the irony. Yeah. I guess the world's gonna destroy itself in 2 years. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, drop the mic. And this movie's taking place 30 years after that, in 2049. And well, so what is there to say? Well, Ryan Gosling finally figures out that it's Harrison Ford. That's his character that is the father of this child, and he got to get his help, and then he gets kidnapped. Harrison Ford gets kidnapped, and then the other replicants tell Ryan Gosling, "You must save Harrison Ford because he's been captured by Callerman." No, just kidding. Ron Harrison Ford movie. He's captured by these other guys that run the police at Blade Runner that want to like. Some of them want to train his child. Some of them just want to kill her. But they think it's the son. First, they think it's the daughter because he created 2 files to people off. They kind of trick him. I'm sorry this is confusing the people though. But really, you should only watch this video if you saw the movie. So hopefully you understand this. Maybe you understand better than we do. You can explain this in the comment section.
Yeah, you might understand it better than we do.
I mean, it's a pretty good movie. Overall, it's not as good as the original. We didn't think in our opinion. We already said that in our original video. And Ryan Gosling, honestly, his chemistry with Harrison Ford is really good. Really, his performance is best when he's interacting with Ryan Gosling's character, and the hologram, his hologram girlfriend, who dies, by the way, it's sad and it's tragic. But the ending is happy. The ending is overall happy. And Harrison Ford finds his daughter, who is the memory maker, who we see just kind of briefly earlier in the film. So that's kind of the twist. She puts her hand on the glass, and no, he puts his hand on the glass, and they don't say anything. And I kind of would like for them to say something. Well, at first I thought that. I thought, no, actually, that makes it more emotional in a lot of ways. That kind of pulls at your heartstrings more. And I loved that ending. I really did. There are a lot of things about the movie I loved, but I'll admit that we weren't the hugest fans in the world of this movie. But there were a lot of stuff we really did love about the movie, and we did thoroughly enjoy the movie. I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression once again. I don't want people to say this is a negative review. I don't want people to think we hate the movie. We don't hate the movie at all. Far from that. Absolutely. But our biggest problem with it was kind of the first half. And the hologram sex thing, that was just stupid. Maybe it was meant to be comical and funny, but it just slowed the movie down even more. And it was like you were playing I Spy, trying to find Harrison Ford. Where's Harrison Ford? It was kind of like that. And some people say, oh, but that's kind of similar to Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, where the whole movie was about trying to find Luke. And you love that movie, right? You guys love that movie, don't you? Yes, we do, but that movie presented it entirely differently because they knew they were trying to find Luke. They knew who they were trying to find. The characters, pretty early on in the movie, knew who they were trying to find. They didn't know where he was, but they knew who he was. In this movie, Ryan Gosling doesn't know that it's Harrison Ford's character from the original movie that he's looking for. He doesn't. We as the audience know because we've seen the original. Well, not everybody in the theater has seen it. Obviously, this is going to be watching it. But we have, though. I mean... And it's like just I Spy with Harrison Ford could come. There were several times where a character would show up, and I thought it was going to be Harrison Ford, but it wasn't. In fact, when the other representative showed up to have sex with the hologram, I thought it was going to be Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford was oh, that's Harrison Ford. No, it's not him. No, where's Harrison Ford? Let's get Harrison Ford already. It really was. It was like you're playing I Spy, or where's Waldo? I was like, where's Harrison Ford? Where is he? And it's just like. And plus, in The Force Awakens, you had other Star Wars characters, interacting with the new protagonist and helping them on the way trying to find Luke. So you had just enough characters from the other movies to make the movie work. Plus, the pacing was so much better. But in this movie, it was like Ryan Gosling was the new main protagonist trying to find the other protagonist, Harrison Ford. When he finds him, it's great, and the movie gets a lot better from there, and it's nice seeing them interacting together, though. But honestly, I didn't give a shit about Ryan Gosling until he found Harrison Ford, just about, with the exception of a couple of scenes with him and his hologram girlfriend, which I did like those because they were legitimately sweet. It's just and you know, that's not even ripping on Ryan Gosling. I've liked the guy in other films, but it's like, my gosh, it's like his character was weak up until the point he met Harrison Ford, just about. The only thing he had going for him was the hologram girlfriend. And no, I didn't think the hologram sex scene was funny. I thought it was stupid. I thought it slowed the movie down. And I didn't mean to get too animated about that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be ranting, but I mean.
I haven't said a word in a few minutes.
Well, fine. You say something about the story. I mean, what have you not said about the story yet? We need to talk about.
No, not really the story, but the action's pretty good.
The action is great. It takes forever to get to it once again, but the action is great in the movie.
The final fight scene is great. Like this entire the ship is there's a ship there and it's flooding. Flooding with water, and Ryan Gosling's character is fighting. I guess I'll call him Joe because he starts going by the name Joe later. I mean, he was using his number, but then. And
I love that. I love that.
He starts calling himself Joe later in the movie, but Joe is trying to fight this person who's trying to take Decker back somewhere because
Decker. That's the name of Harrison Ford's character. We just kept calling him Harrison Ford. That's the name of his character.
They don't want Decker to find his daughter, But yeah, the fight there is pretty good. It's
but then Ryan Gosling, Joe Benson found him after all.
Yeah.
Or her. I mean, I'm sorry. We apologize. Joe lets Decker find his daughter though. In the end, but they were worried that Decker was going to accidentally lead the other people who were kind of the bad guys to her first, unintentionally, of course. And they kind of told Joe that it's okay for Rico Decker. All Decker really cared about was keeping his calisthenics, which is true. He did. I mean, he had to leave her as a baby and never really got to know her. But she recognizes that it's him as her father, and it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful touching moment. I mean, the more I think about this movie, the more I do kind of like it. At the same time, I still don't think it's a great movie necessarily compared to the original.
The first part really kills it.
The first part really kills it because there was just so many scenes that felt unnecessary. They really had nothing to do with the development of the story or the characters. And anything else about the story?
I like the part where they're in. I think it was clearly it was Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I love that. That was funny. Yeah.
These holograms of different performers.
And one was Elvis, and wasn't one Dean Martin?
Dean Martin was one. Yeah.
And yes, that was filler too, but it was really funny though. Unlike the hologram thing that I didn't find funny. That was funny. Of course, that actually happens after he finds Harrison Ford because it's not Harrison Ford's basement where he's hiding. So that's different. I like the dog, even though we didn't see a whole lot of him. The dog Harrison Ford had when he finds him. He was a cute dog. He doesn't do much in the movie though.
Yeah, he's out of the picture once he goes and chases.
His performance is actually better than Jared Leto's.
Yeah, it's better than Jared Leto's. He's out of the picture once Joe, goes after to find Dick or after he's been kidnapped. He kind of gets out of the picture. He just runs off. I'm sure he's fine. He just ran off somewhere.
And it's funny because we were talking about The Force Awakens, about how you saw other Star Wars characters in there before you saw Luke. Yeah, and the one you saw really quick, ironically, was Han Solo, played by also Harrison Ford. And I felt like Harrison Ford's performance in that one was a bit better overall because he had more screen time in that one than he did in this one. But in all honesty,
you have to know who really likes Star Wars a lot. Like a lot.
Okay, fine, we're bad. I'm also biased towards Harrison Ford too, though. To be fair, Harrison Ford is the best part of this movie. But Ryan Gosling, he ain't damn bad either in this movie. Ryan Gosling is good once he finds Harrison Ford. That is, he's actually really good after that more. Harrison Ford, I think, gave two of his best performances in a long time in both those movies, in both Blade Runner 2049 and Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens. I will openly admit that. Because I think really the best thing for him to do is to do familiar characters, but kind of reinvent them. And have you see these characters that he played when he was younger and see him older, and it's like, he's not acting like carbon copies of the character either, though he's gotten older and wiser. He's seen some shit. It's like, that's kind of what it is.
We're getting Indiana Jones in 2020.
And I think we'll see that in Indiana Jones thing in the new one. We already kind of saw that a little bit with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I really didn't think was that bad of a movie.
Yeah,
even though everybody else hates it. It's a decent movie. It's a pretty decent movie. It's alright. It's perfectly watchable. Mm-hmm. This one was better. Blade Runner 2049 was a lot better than the Indiana Jones, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But
if I had
not my favorite either, though.
I might watch King of the Crystal Skull. Given the choice, just because it's shorter and I wouldn't kill as much time.
Well, between it and Blade Runner 2049.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe at the moment only, because Blade Runner 2049 is still a better movie.
I would like to watch Blade Runner 2049 again. I might skim through some parts, might want to skim through.
I might, if I sleep on it and think about it a little bit more, I might actually decide to watch it again, but I don't think it's one that I want to watch too many times.
I don't want to watch it in the theater again.
It doesn't have
movies coming out.
No, it doesn't have the same replay value as some movies do. And the movie got it 89%. I first watched Rest.com. That's surprisingly pretty high for a movie that we kind of didn't think was necessarily a great movie. But again, we said in our other video, the non-spoiler one, that some people might say this is a great movie. We felt like the reception was going to be a little more mixed, but we also said that it may not be. We might just be in the minority. Everybody else but us might say that the movie is great and that they loved it, and that's perfectly fine. We are perfectly okay with that. Opinions are opinions. It's subjective, and everybody has their own opinions. And again, we like this movie. We don't want to underplay it. We like this movie, but we just did it love it and we didn't like it as much as we thought we initially might. So we definitely want to make that clear.
Expectations a little high.
Mine weren't that high. I mean, I can't say I was too disappointed with it because all I really wanted to see was some good action, and we did finally see that once we got through the first half. So I can't say I was that disappointed, but I'm not sure it was entirely worth the wait, and I'm not sure that. It could. I mean, I wanted to come out of the theater saying it was great, and I loved it and paid 4 times to go see it in the theater. Now that I really can't. I really can't say that I felt that way about it.
We went to eat dinner afterward, and there were some times during the first half where I was thinking, you know, what would be good right now? Food.
We were hungry. We had to have something. And the fact that we were getting bored in the first half made us more hungry.
You want to wrap this up before it's as long as the movie?
That's not possible. The movie was really long.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what the audience score was, but I remember the critical score was 89. I wouldn't give anything higher than 85, and that's pretty generous because 85 is a pretty dang good score. So we're being very generous with this movie because I mean it's a good movie. It deserves a certified fixed score for sure. But 89 might be a little too high because I mean 89 is pushing 90, it's pushing the 90s, and I don't think it was a 90s movie. I mean, you know.
No, it was an 80s movie.
You know what I meant. So yeah, let us know in the comment section what you thought of some of the storylines, and maybe you can explain some of the things that we didn't get. I think we explained the basic story enough. You would have to do that. And let us know if you agree or disagree. That's fine. Feel free to disagree with us. Let us know what you thought of the movie, and like or dislike or whatever. And if you would like to subscribe, and good night, everybody.